Last time, we made our way along the Tokaido Road into Edo. Today, we'll begin to explore the largest city in Japan, with a population of more than 1 million people. The city sits on the southern edge of the Kanto Plain and hugs the Edo Bay. It is a complicated maze of streets and canals which ferry goods to the busy manufactories that occupy the city's outskirts. In its centre sits Edo Castle, dominating the skyline, as very few buildings in Edo rise above 2 stories. Resultingly, most neighbourhoods can enjoy views of Mount Fuji on the western horizon. We've timed our journey well, taking advantage of the spring weather to make our way along the Tokaido, and arriving in Edo before the summer begins to heighten. However, we must be careful, as the rainy season will soon be upon us as well. We arrive at Nihonbashi Bridge, pushing our way through the crowds of workers, samurai, and monks. It's a sight and feeling we will probably have to get used to, but the throng of activity is all part of the excitement of arriving in Edo. But the city, luckily, isn't all hustle and bustle. As we turn away from Nihonbashi and make our way along the Sumida River, we are greeted by wide embankments that stretch out from the river on both sides. Each are planted with cherry trees with a weaving promenade, a perfect place to find our feet in the new city. The river isn't as quiet. It is used extensively by barges and ferries to move goods, as well as people, through Edo. One such service, a chokibune, or water taxi, is common to see along the river, a small boat that can carry up to 3 passengers. These boats are regularly approached by other smaller crafts attempting to sell their wares, a sort of floating market. Pleasure boats, or yakitabune, are also a regular sight, especially in the evenings, with the boats full of eager revellers. But before we can begin to think about letting loose, we need to find somewhere to stay. Close to the castle and in the hills are the large samurai estates, with numerous daimyo maintaining estates in the city. Close to these estates are the row houses, often occupied by low-ranking samurai or wealthy business people. Most of Edo's population are crammed into the low-lying areas close to the Sumida River, living in tightly packed row houses that provide accommodation as well as business premises. Our destination is the district of Naito Shinjuku, Edo's largest hotel district. It is across town, with the district being placed at the end of the Koshu Kaido, another highway that weaves its way through Japan to Edo. The district offers us a few options. Some ryokan are better ignored, whilst others exclusively cater to the wealthier and more discerning travellers. We are probably somewhere in the middle, and settled for an inn with people we are more comfortable with, as we will be spending a lot of time with them. Naito Shinjuku is an interesting location, and so is the print that depicts it. Hiroshige places our viewpoint low to the ground, in a rather unflattering position, but it is done purposefully to imply something about this district. A district that has not always been particularly refined. The part of Naito Shinjuku but Yotsuya Gate, the western entrance to Edo, was a semi-official centre for prostitution, and the first stop on the Koshu Highway out of the city. The prostitutes from this district were famously described in a poem as flowers blooming in the horse droppings of Yotsuya. Consequently, Hiroshige places us low to the ground, echoing the down-to-earth history of this district, as well as not so subtly referring to those women that worked in this area by placing 5 separate pieces of manure on the ground. Luckily for us, centuries have passed, and the area is now a little less lowly. Once settled, we can begin to explore the city. There are a few major attractions for us to visit. Along the Asakusa River in the outskirts of the city is the appropriately named Sazaido Temple, also known as Sensō-ji. It is a Buddhist temple that is dedicated to the goddess of mercy. The temple grounds are structured around a long avenue. On one end are a set of formidable red wooden gates, and on the other is the temple hall. The avenue is lined by dozens of stands and vendors, offering goods ranging from local delicacies to religious offerings, and even everyday household items. Outside of the temple walls are even more stalls, taking over every surrounding street. These stalls specialise in amusements, offering sideshows, curiosities, as well as sit-down restaurants. As we near the temple hall, the hustle and bustle does not subside. Inside the temple is a throng of activity, with worshippers offering thanks in every available corner. Monks quickly go about their business, and excited visitors flock to see the sights. A familiar sight in the temple are groups of persistent white doves, originally thought to have been kept by the monks, but seemingly now vying for control of the temple. It is hard to pull ourselves away from the temple, but there is so much more we need to see. But first, lunch. There are dozens of famous restaurants in Edo for us to choose from, ranging from busy street stalls to quiet tea houses. Today, we're feeling a little bit more adventurous and head to a local destination. It is the Mankin restaurant at the Shiriyama district of Asakusa. As expected, there is a lot going on. Located on a busy street, the tea house frantically serves workers and travellers alike. The entrance to the stall is crammed with cargo, and workers yell greetings to their friends. We must squeeze through them all and make our way upstairs so that we can observe the chaos from above rather than take part in it. It is a quintessential Edo experience, but one that we maybe won't be repeating anytime soon. We stroll back through the outskirts of Edo, passing by the numerous beautiful vistas that Utagawa Hiroshige so perfectly captured. But we don't stop, as we are on the way to a secret tourist trick to make the most out of these vistas. A regular sight in the city are samurai processions, accompanying their master on long journeys, or simply across the city to visit their patrons. They are quite a sight to behold, with dozens of samurai men and samurai women, numerous cargoes and banners fluttering in the wind. After squeezing through some busy shopping streets, we arrive at our destination, Sazaido Hall, also known as Sensō Hall, or the Sazai. The hall is in the Temple of the 500 Arhats, and is unique in Edo and is one of the few buildings that is 3 stories tall. Even more uniquely are Sazaido Hall's staircases, 2 sets of spiral staircases that lead visitors all the way up to the 3rd floor. It is quite a tourist attraction, with one set of stairs dedicated to going up and the other to going down, but it is no wonder, as the views are the best in the city. But the secret tip is that Sazaido Hall is not the only viewpoint open to the public. Spotted around Edo are numerous temple halls. 2 of them, Komagata Hall and Kiyomizu Hall, also offer wonderful views of Edo and the surrounding countryside, both with much less tourist chaos. Next on our agenda is one of the city's main attractions, shopping. Edo is a manufacturing hub, and, naturally, all those goods that are being produced are also on offer in the city. Like most cities in this era, Edo organises its specialised goods into streets. Perhaps you are looking for silks, then go no further than Silk Goods Lane. Or perhaps cotton, then it is Cotton Goods Lane. Maybe you need some dyed fabrics, then you head to the dyer's quarters. If you don't need anything specific, then maybe window shopping will do, with several busy shopping streets offering a wide selection of goods. When this all gets too much for us, we make our way to the small little sanctuaries dotted around the city, Edo's open gardens. There are many to choose from. Some are associated with temples, and, rarely, some with daimyo estates. The open garden at Fukugawa Hachiman Shrine is one of the largest, with several bridges and expansive waterways. There is the plum garden at Kamata and Kamedo, beautiful locations to take a breath and watch the sun set across the city. The entire Kamata area south of Omori is known for its cultivation of plum trees, and was a popular garden to visit in the early summer due to its fruits. The print by Hiroshige also depicts a yamakago, or a mountain palanquin. This was used extensively when travelling across Japan. The garment left casually on top of the kago is one used by long-distance travellers, suggesting to us that the user of this kago was stopping off after a long trip on the Tokaido Road, a perfect representation of our journey as well. And, lastly, my favourite of all, the Horikiri Iris Garden. Horikiri is a type of man-made water channel or moat, and in this garden it is believed they began to first cultivate the Hana Shobu Irish species, which would go on to be introduced into Europe with great acclaim by Philip von Siebold in 1857. As the evening draws in, there are a few lost things to do. Perhaps, surprisingly, the city has not yet gone quiet. The streets are still full of shoppers, even more so during the hot summer months, with people only coming out to do their business once the sun has gone down. For us, we're in much need of another quiet activity. We arrive at a local restaurant that offers a popular evening activity, moon viewing. This is the Umagawa restaurant by Yanagi-bashi Bridge. On offer will be traditional Edo cuisine, often extensively using locally grown vegetables such as nerima radishes or daikon and Japanese mustard spinach. Naturally, there is always an abundance of fresh fish, such as red snapper, flounder, and crayfish. A local delicacy that we can expect to try is a fish stew made from freshwater pond loach. The dish is believed to originate from a restaurant in Asakusa. The fish is filleted and cooked alongside burdock root, topped with beaten egg and served alongside rice. It is a simple activity to end our evening, a good view with good food. Our stroll back to our inn is a perfect moment for us to contemplate, with the evening being a rather special time in Edo. It is a moment that is captured extensively by artists, none more so than Hiroshige. As we make our way down the canals, past the now hushed temple grounds and the occasional street vendor, we can turn our attention to tomorrow, as this is just the start of our Edo adventure. There's more shopping to do, more sights to see. The only question is, will we ever get tired of the wonders of Edo? I'd just like to take a moment to thank all of you that have watched my videos. I've received some really nice comments and messages, and they've really encouraged me to keep up with this little hobby. So thank you again, and I'll see you all next time.